Skyhawk Sports Network here, joined by football head coach Johnny Cox. Coach, first, just your opening comments after today's 34-20 loss against Black Hill State.
Yeah, I felt the guys really battled today. Did a good job of implementing what we tried to do all week long. Get out to some of our keys to victories, and I thought that they did that. We battled for them, and we didn't get every goal that we wanted. The end goal obviously would win the game, but I think within what we did get, I feel like it was an improvement. You guys took pride in it, and hopefully kind of set the stage to being our norm of how we play and compete and how we practice.
Coach, this afternoon, you guys held the Yellow Jackets to only 180 total passing yards, 2 interceptions, and even forced a fumble in the secondary. Can you talk about that kind of impact today?
It's huge. Those are game-changing opportunities. 3 turnovers, we didn't have any, and that was great for our secondary. The big hit and ball came out, and then we got a pick, I think by Caleb and by Parker, had interceptions. And so, those things, just momentum, and that's what we needed. We haven't created a lot of turnovers throughout the season, but they can come in bunches, and today they did. So I'm excited about those guys and what they did, and really helped our team really compete today.
On the offensive side of the ball, you guys didn't give up a single sack, 4 for 6 on 4th down, and 2 for 2 in the red zone. How do we improve the 2 for 15 on 3rd downs?
Yeah, it's just going to have to be another focus of what we do. The 2 for 15 is discouraging. I don't know exactly how many 3rd and longs there were. I don't feel like there was a ton, but there's execution and typically some things that needs to be done, and we'll look at those starting tomorrow to make sure we're improving that area. But that's a huge emphasis for us, and that could be a great thing to grow on, next week.
Looking at the receivers, Drake and Peyton both had over 70 yards with 6 and 5 receptions each. Christopher Thomas Jr. had 5 receptions for 27 yards, especially late in the second half. Can you talk about Wingle's ability to really spread the ball out downfield?
Yeah, he does a good job. He runs our system, and so if you're kind of going through your reads, then the ball tends to be spread out. It's kind of basically taking what the defense gives you. So when you have a group of receivers that can all catch the ball and do the right things, then just really on the quarterback to make the right decisions. So we do have certain plays that we feel like we have a game planned up, and we're gonna we know the receiver is going to be in a certain spot, so we put a certain receiver in those situations. But there's other times that we're just running our offense, and as long as we don't have to avoid a receiver, we're able just to progress through. So he's done a good job of that, and those guys are making plays and catching the ball, and really proud of their effort today.
Perfect. And Coach, like we just talked about, a lot of great strides on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. How do you hold on to that and keep it going as we head into next week at Western?
Yeah, I feel like luckily for us, it wasn't like a bad week of practice with no emphasis on anything, and then just came out and played one of our better games. I feel like we can replicate it by the way that we practice and the way that we're paying attention to details. And if we get that ingrained into how we prepare, I'm hoping that that's how this program continues to compete. So just by making sure we pay attention to meetings and taking out some enthusiasm, execution, and effort into practice, and really keying on our points or keys to victory, and then believing we can do that in the game. So I feel like this was a great game for us to take the next step as a program. I'm really excited about what the future holds.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.